which your hair can absorb moisture. So think of your hair like a sponge, right? Sponges that have a lot of holes in them is high porosity. You stick them in the water, you pick them up, it's going to hold most of the water. Sponges that don't have much holes in it, you're not going to get much water in it, right? Low porosity hair has very tightly coiled cuticles. That tends to be the hair that people say, oh, was the bad hair. We're not going there, but it tends to be that texture that's really tight. It's a hair that's this short, but when you pull it, it's this long. It tends to be the strongest hair because it can coil around that much time. It has the most elasticity. The more elasticity your hair has, the more it can kind of bend back and forth without losing form. And so in terms of porosity, why that matters is the cuticle is the outside layer that protects your innermost cortex and your medulla, right? So it's like you think of your cortex and your medulla like the DNA of your hair. And the cuticle is like the blinds that protects the inside of your house. If you've got low porosity, your cuticles are tightly coiled and it's hard to get moisture in. But once you get moisture in, it's hard to pull it out, right? So with my oldest daughter that has the low porosity hair, because it's so hard to get moisture in, I have to do her hair while it's soaking, sopping wet. Like I lean her over the sink or we do it in the bathtub and I have the cream sitting there ready to go. Because that's, you notice how when you get out of the shower, you rinse your conditioner out, you're like, man, these curls are a bomb, you know? And then you go to the kitchen and grab a snack, go get dressed, iron your clothes, come back, and you're like, whoa, did somebody just like shave my head and put a wig on or something like that? That's because your hair is in its best form while it's wet. Your cuticles are open and it's absorbed as much as it can while it's wet. Typically, however you set your hair while it's wet is the best way to keep it in that form. And so with the low porosity baby, while she's soaking, sopping wet, I actually leave a little bit of the conditioner in as a leave-in. So I'll take just maybe like a quarter size amount and rub it around into 4 sections of her hair. And then I pull the cream through while it's still really wet. And then I like to seal her with castor oil. I love castor oil in her hair because it keeps her moisture for 2 or 3 weeks. Because I'm not doing hair every day. We're going to put some braids in there and we're going to keep it moving. She's not going to wear a satin cap at night, so I have to make sure she keeps her layers.